Hello, so I decided to finally talk about the Let's Play Hero War series, kind of like the post-mortem. I've been planning this video for a few months, but I've been kind of like not, kind of procrastinating. Like, I think I just needed time. Like I said, I was getting pretty frustrated with this game at that point. But yeah, this is the Let's Play account. I still log in every day, but I don't really do like most. I just kind of do the bare minimum. I participate in the guild. Well, actually, I don't even do. I participate in the Clash, like I said, the Clash of Worlds and the guild raids. I don't participate in Guild War anymore either. But pretty much like I said, but we don't really do anything. We're 17 in the Hero Turn Power. I had 557 points because I don't really. This is just pure maintenance mode. We log in just mostly to, like I said, to kind of just do the bare minimum, but. Yeah, I want to talk about this. Like I said, this is a series I started on July 27th, 2022. I thought it would be a good idea when I started. It actually ended up being way more popular than I thought it would be. Like originally, like this shot up into popularity really quickly. Because when I first started this series, I thought it'd be something I'd do for a few months, maybe 6 months, and then I would just end it because I didn't think it'd be nearly as popular as it was, and it was like astonishing. Like how popular it ended up being. So let's go, Tab. I'm going to show you the peel behind the curtain, show you some of the stuff, so some of the actual numbers here. All right, so here's the YouTube analytics for my series for Let's Play Hero Wars. There's 1,115 videos in this playlist, and this is the full date range from, like I said, it says July 27th, so I have phrase of July 7th, 2022, December 4th, but it was actually July 27th when I started, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. It covers all of pretty much the whole time it was up in July. But so this is all ranked by views. So the very first month, like I said, we started literally like 3 days, like 27. So there's only like three days here or whatever. So we had 3,000 views the first month. So for like that first 4 days or whatever, which isn't too bad. But then we go up into August. We ended up with 19,000 views in August. And then in September, it dropped up to 25,000 views. In October, we're up to 25, drops a bit in November, but then in December, December is 30,000. And then January, up to 37,000. And then it jumps up to 50,000 in March. Like, we went from like 20,000 to 50,000 really quickly. Like, this series, like, I was honestly shocked how popular this series ended up being. Like, so this has ended up being, like I said, we were pretty much way past 6 months. I think it ended 6 months, but it's just becoming more and more popular. And more of you guys were like tuning in like every day. And it's like, okay, but it dipped a bit in like the summertime. Summertime always, you see a bit of a dip, but then we get to the end again. We're up to 50,000. And should be noted, December is kind of like December 2023 is kind of when the series peaked. And then after that, it kind of starts to decline. Like it is. And yeah, you see the decline here. Like, and we're 20,000, like 13,000 views, like these last, like into the summer, June, July, like that's always kind of a downturn, but even August, like that's the last full month we did 15,000 views in August. And let's just go like a year back, we had like 26,000 views the previous August, and that was during the invalid traffic era. Like that's why September is like that where I stopped for like 2 weeks because the invalid traffic I go. But even then, with that month where I didn't even post like half the month, I still had more views than June or July when I was posting every day. Like seriously, like this was a decline. And why did it peak here around December 2023? Is Val said the biggest reason is because that's pretty much when the series reached its climax. Probably the last like important video of the series, episode 508, was published that day. So right here, episode 508. This one published on December 11th. This was when I finally beat Seymour. This one has 8,993 views as of right now. So this is December 11th. So middle of December 2023. Pretty much this month, so the month after that is when I peaked in view-wise for that series, and then it kind of declined. But like after I beat the final boss, is the final boss the campaign? Like series kind of lost like kind of its main identity. There just kind of was, yeah, we're grinding out the daily arena fights, we're doing the daily quests, or whatever. There's just kind of like, there wasn't like, what do you do? I could never really, like, other than just kind of keeping up with the daily stuff, but I mean, they're just kind of, this was the climax of the series. This was the plateau. This was the highest high was right after I published this. This was when it reached its highest high, and they're just never really recovered after that. After that, it just began its slow decline and eventually becoming like kind of, where it ended up like with nothing else. But if we look here, let's go to views. So if we go look here, like that is the 5th most viewed video in the whole series. And if you look, the one that had it, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 6, and then behind it 4, 5, 8, then 52, 7. But like, yeah, it's like they're all early episodes. Like in the top like 10 are all early episodes except 508. 508 is like the first, like the one that's like an aberration because that is the climax of the series. That's the one. Like I said, once I post that video, like it just, there wasn't really anything else to do that was meaningful to show in a Let's Play. And I probably should have tried ending it, honestly, in hindsight, maybe I should end it there, but we were doing so good on the views that it was hard to say goodbye to a series that is, well, you're getting 50,000 views a month. So you kind of keep going. And let's see. So December 2023, let's see, where did December? So right here, so we made 50,000 views. We had 5,000 watch hours. We made over $2,000 that month on this series. $2,000 that month and then $1,800 next month on just the Let's Play series. Everything, this doesn't even count everything else. Those were said good months. You want to know why I kept this going? Because we are making good money. For a series, like the entire total I spent on the whole series, I kept a track of it on the series, right? If we went, let's go back to dates. We can see the very last episode. I ended this on a high note, but so $1,708.16 is how much I spent for the whole thing. And just the 1 month of December 2023, we made more than that. The entire series, like, and it was that 1 month, like, pretty much, like, yeah, it was very profitable, very good return on investment for a while. That's why we kind of just kept it going, but I didn't really know what to do with it after that point. The total lifetime was about 14,523. So ROI, like, let's pull out a calculator here. AC 14,523.49 divide by it's 1708.16 equals 8.5. So 850% ROI, man. 850% ROI on that series. Pretty good, but like but then you get to the last few months. The last few months of this series was not going well. So our views had dropped to like almost nothing. Like, yeah, maybe it would have rebounded a bit in the fall if I'd kept it going, but it was getting pretty depressing because these were like lower than like the freaking invalid traffic lows. Like, I mean, seriously, like the previous July, we had 35,000 views. We were 13,000 views here. I mean, it's hard to justify, especially when how much you're making is just so low. The watch hours we were getting, like I said, our watch hours, we were dropping well below 2,000 watch hours a month. And the money, we're making less than $100 a month, $79 for July. It's it for the whole series. For the whole series, the whole playlist made just $79 in July. It's like I said, so it's pretty depressing. September, when we post last episode, September is only $36. Not making too much more now, only making like $15 a month the last couple months. December just started, so yeah, so that's kind of why I decided to, call it quits, because it was just gone on too long. Total views for the whole series, 1.1 million, like that's pretty good. And it's just, I do kind of miss having like a good daily thing to do every, because this was, like I said, 50,000 views a month is a lot. That was a lot. That was a pretty good chunk of income, but it stopped being that for like the last 6 months. Like it just, like even then before, right, pretty much even January, this whole year, $143 in January was the best. And that was the best month for the whole playlist. It was $143. So, and that was almost 2,000 hours of watch time. And it's just, like I said, we were on a downward trajectory, like just down, down, down. Like it was the wrong trajectory. Clearly had to outrun its course. Like I said, after the Seymour fight, like it had peaked. There just wasn't, like I said, kind of lost identity. There's a few episodes that pop off. But if we go back to the list here, if we go back to a date here, so we go like the very last one, 1,115, actually had pretty good views, 775 views as of now. And again, it's been a few months, so he's had some time, but still, 285, 208, 354, 739, 125, episode 1111 only had 125 views. That's it, 125 views on episode 1111. Like, absolutely ridiculous. You have to go all the way to 1100, whereas that's when the Sears game like premiered. So that's when the Sears games, I got 1,000. The last one I had 1,000 was the Sears game premiere. And that was episode 1100. So that's the last one had 1,000 views. And then see, I got 50. What was I see? Oh, no, this isn't even part of the series. This is just why I'm talking now, so I'm probably leaving this. So yeah, like again, 141 views on 1091. Like, these are terrible. 109 views on 1090. Just 109 views on episode 1090. So yeah, like, just awful views. Like, it's hard to justify these kind of numbers. Very depressing to look at. Like, Dan, 129, 211, 175, 204, 241, 151, 415. So it's Blackbeard's legacy. Okay, so we had a couple during that, and then back 215, 178. Oh, Totem Fusion. I had 996 views on the Totem Fusion episode. So again, when there's like an actual legitimate news thing to talk about, I would get more views. But for the most part, the trajectory of this series was really bad. Those like last several months. I mean, really, pretty much all of 2025. Like, it was the wrong direction. And I just it was just, the games getting frustrating. This being more buggy. Changes were frustrating me, and I just felt like it was time to call it quits. Like, I appreciate all you guys who watch it every day. I've been trying to figure out what to do now, though, because, I kind of needed, I do need to have some kind of daily theme. Could do for, other types of content, but I've thought about, I don't want to do, a whole new Let's Play or anything. I want it because it's, one, I've already done that, and there's not a lot of point for me to go do another Let's Play series, but also, I don't think they would be as second as popular this next time around, because once you already did this with me, you already watched the old one. Why would you want to watch the same thing? It'd be super repetitive. Even if I did with a different character. Oh, that's another thing. One of the goals of the playlist. Hold on. Go back to, if I go back to the actual Hero Wars, Let's Play Hero Wars playlist here. It says, Let's Play Hero Wars. Watch as I level up Aurora and other heroes to dominate Hero Wars on a new server. So that's also one of my goals, is to kind of showcase Aurora, because Aurora was just was OP. Was we're gonna focus on Aurora, is my goal here, and that's pretty much what I did in the episode. We just power level, put all my resources into Aurora, like Aurora is just gonna dominate, and that's the thing. And that release of Lyria also kind of took away the last core identity for this account. Literally the last bit of identity this account had was around Aurora, and Lyria was too much of a sedge, really too strong of a soft counter. Yeah, you can be turf with Aurora, but it's just tough, and you're honestly better off just using your own Lyria against Lyria. And so it just kind of it lost. There wasn't an identity. The views were going way down. The revenue was down. Yeah, it did have 1,000. So it was still getting 1,000 hours of watch time, which is pretty significant. Maybe it helped the rest of the channel a bit. It probably kept some of you guys it gave you some of you the more dedicated people to keep coming back every day, and I appreciate that. But like I said, with the new stuff getting added, the episodes getting longer because there's just so much stuff to do every episode, instead of being 25, 30 minutes, or it was there. It's becoming increasingly we're getting more and more hour-long episodes. Some of the early episodes were all an hour long just because we were doing the campaign stuff. But then it's once we got into a routine, a lot of these were 35 minutes. Let's see, once we get, Doom, 45, 20, 21. That one is an hour 21 for the Typhoon. Yeah, a lot of the campaign ones early on were actually long, but we had the campaign. That was exciting. The campaign was the exciting part of the game. Then once you're done with the campaign, every episode is 30 minutes. But yeah, most you'd have occasional and that's longer, but it was the new ones, once you got to the end, all of them were an hour long. All of them were. And it was just getting, I said, the views was taking more of my time to make the episodes, and the views were getting worse. And it just felt it's just getting frustrating. I was spending more time on them and getting less views, getting less revenue. So that's why it ended. Yes, and it just, the trajectory, it was pretty obvious it had run its course. It probably ran its course about 5 episodes earlier. Could have ended probably around 600 something. But like I said, we were making pretty good money on the series, so I kept it going. But the last 7-8 months of that series, it was pretty clear it was dead. as much as I want, I don't, like I said, you just can't keep going for something. Nothing lasts forever. And that series clearly has gone its course. I think just run a playlist. A lot of people are intimidated by super long playlists. Like, well, it's like, oh, I want to check out the whole playlist, and there's 1,000 episodes. Like, ooh, I don't know about that. Like, but a playlist that has like 100, 200, like, okay, I could probably watch that, especially for like 30 minutes. Like, well, I could probably watch that over the next couple months, but 1,000 episodes. I mean, especially when a lot of them are an hour long. Like that's a big time commitment. Like I said, that's said. There's over 1,000 hours of content there, so that is several months. Like just no continuous if you didn't take breaks. So even watch it 2x speed. So like yeah, that's why we ended it. Like that's and I don't really know like what to follow it up with. I've been doing the Wizardry Daphne videos every day. Unfortunately, as much as I would like to, like that series does not have like even that game. The game is super popular, is actually successful, like top 50, like a top 50 mobile game in terms of revenue. However, like 90% of the player base is Japan. Like it is very popular in Japan and not particularly popular anywhere else. So trying to get views on those videos is proving to be quite elusive. I mean, I do get okay views. I'm actually, like I said, I have some of my videos do okay there. Like, but it's not has the success of Hero Wars. As much as I might want to. I mean, it does get more watch time than Hero Wars was. Like, at the end of it, if we go to, like, my playlist here. Let's Play Wizardry Variants Daphne. Like, it has 1.3k hours of watch time over the last 28 days, so the last full month of Let's Play Hero Wars did not have that much watch time, so it's getting better watch time, but the views, so it's only 6,000 views the month, guys. Even the Let's Play Hero is still giving me 15k. So it's been, as much as I've been trying to get this, but there's supposed to be the 4th act of this one's supposed to launch soon, so maybe that'll pick it up, but like this has not worked out as much as I was hoping it would. So that's kind of sucked because I kind of got on this train run as new. I mean, probably one of the most popular English language YouTubers about this game. Like literally probably one of the most popular English language YouTubers about the game, but there's just not a lot of people looking for content in this game in the English language, which is why all my videos have the Japanese title in them. Anyway, let's tab back to the game. Alright, so I'm just going to put up like the final stats on the screen so you can all see it easier. So to sum up, I've recorded the first episode on July 27th, 2022, and recorded the last episode on September 6th, 2025. That was 115 episodes for a total of 1,130,482 views. So around about 1,000 views per episode on average. But like a lot of those later ones, my gosh, most of them were struggling to make even like 300 views. So it was pretty depressing towards like the end. The total spent on that account was $1,708.16. That's about an average of $46 a month. The main thing I was spending on was to be like the season passes, like the nature season, especially the ones I took, like nature season stuff. I did a couple on the pet season too. Pretty much always skipped the champion season though, because I didn't think that one was good a value. But that was pretty much best bang for buck are those season passes, which is why that was my main expenditure on that account. So yes, one of the goals of that account was kind of to show that you could be a gold leaguer. There was like this myth that to be in gold league you had to spend thousands of dollars a month or whatever. Like no, you don't. Like I said, just like $46 a month or whatever. Like pretty doable. That's pretty much just the season pass and the occasional like other thing you might want to buy, like maybe like one of the event tickets for like the say for like the Lyria event. I bought that one, the Lyria event. I think that was the last thing I bought on the account was the Lyria event pass. So, but yeah, stuff like that. I think I also bought like the Explore Move bundles a couple times, and then the total earning on that again was $14,523.49. We're about 8.5 times as much as I spent, so about 850% ROI, which is actually pretty good. But again, it was not making money anymore. Like the income is making less than $100 a month, and is like increasing. The time demand is getting higher. The income was getting lower. It's like spending 60 hours of my time. Like I said, about spending, like I said, if it's an hour long episode, probably takes me 2 hours to make, because it's an hour recording, then you have editing, rendering, all that. So it's like you pretty much could double the time of every episode. So as an hour episode is probably 2 hours of my time. So yeah, spending 60 hours of my time a month to make $70, it's not a good use of my time. Like that's like $1.60 an hour or whatever. Less than that, maybe like $1.20 an hour. Pretty bad wage per hour at that point. Like when it was doing good, like it was doing good, but like man, that last year, like it was just depressing. It kind of like I think fueled the kind of decline because obviously I wasn't having fun anymore, which kind of became this vicious cycle. And honestly, just having a break for the last couple months has been so nice. So nice, so nice. Anyway, I still don't know what I'm gonna do with this account. I feel like I need to find some kind of like daily series though, because that was kind of an important part of like this channel. Like, so I just gave you guys kind of a thing to look forward to every day and just kind of follow me. But I can't go back to like doing like full episodes because they were one, they're getting kind of boring, they're getting stale. But two, it's just a lot of time and just for not a lot of reward. I was thinking maybe like mix it up to like us, maybe a shorter format. Maybe I just focus on like one theme per day. Like right now it's weekend, so we need to go do like our boss fights, for example. Like maybe I do a day where I do my boss fights, or we have the Cascade Brawls. Maybe I just focus on that. Don't do like all the full dailies, but we just kind of do like shorter episodes that focus on like a key like thing that day. And just kind of do it that way. That's like said with this account, but I don't know, just kind of like something that wouldn't be too hard to do. But yeah, if any of you guys have any other ideas, let me know in the comments because definitely curious what you guys think because like I said, that was like I said, a big part of this channel's identity, but I just like didn't know how to continue, and it's just kind of like really demoralizing that whole situation. So yeah, anyway, not too much more to say on this one. My old series is still there. It's not going anywhere. If you still want to enjoy it, it will be there. And yeah, if you haven't ever seen it, you can check out the very first episode down below. As always, thank you for watching.